What's up guys, welcome to Freedive Passion. Today Gus Kreivenas and I are going to explain Uddiayana Bandha, why it's important for freedivers and how to perform it. In order for us to fully understand the benefits of Uddiyana and how to perform Uddiyana, it's important to understand how our muscles interact in different situations for us in freediving. Okay, so the first situation I'm going to describe is a forceful exhalation. So this means breathing all the air out of your lungs that you can until you reach your residual volume. So to help me describe this, I've got a diagram here. This green part is your digestive organs. This red line here represents your diaphragm. And this is a cross section of your chest, and your lungs will be inside of here. So when you do a forceful exhalation, the muscles in your abdominal wall will contract. The contraction of these muscles will push your internal organs up into your diaphragm and in turn push your diaphragm up into your chest. And because your airway is open, this is going to force air out of your lungs. At the same time, your internal intercostal muscles will contract, which is pushing your chest area, your rib cage down again, making the airspace within your chest smaller and allowing you to exhale more air. With this contraction of your muscles, the air inside your lungs is going to want to become neutral with the air around it. So what that means is if you haven't blocked off your throat, the air isn't going to come in or out of your lungs. It's going to be neutral with the surrounding pressure of air. The second situation, which is very important to understand, is what happens to your lungs as you go to depth and you go below your residual volume. So to help explain this, I've got another diagram just here. So in this diagram, we have the chest area here in black, we have your diaphragm in red, and you have your abdominal wall here in black. So once you reach your residual volume, which is the size your lungs can be compressed to using your respiratory muscles, like in this example here, it's very, very important to relax all of your respiratory muscles. The compression that's going to happen is going to be due to the outside pressure of the water around you. And it's very, very important to submit to this outside pressure and let it do what it will to your body. What's going to happen is this outside pressure is going to compress your rib cage, and it's going to compress your lungs as well, which is going to cause a negative pressure inside of your chest. This negative pressure then is going to pull your diaphragm further and further up into your chest, which is going to reduce the amount of negative pressure, the amount of discomfort that you will feel during a deep dive. The reason that you need to relax all of your respiratory muscles is any tension that you have within your abdominal wall is going to hold down your diaphragm. So in this diagram that I have here, this dotted line represents how far your diaphragm will be able to move if you have tension in your abdominal wall. So you can see your chest area will not be able to be compressed to its optimal amount, which means it's going to be much harder for your body to adapt to this negative pressure. The next example I would like to talk about is what happens to your respiratory muscles and organs as you perform Uddiayana Bandha. And once again, I'm going to use a diagram to help explain this. So in this diagram, this black arch represents where your chest will be during Uddiyana Bandha. This dotted black arch represents where it would be during normal breathing. This red dome here represents your diaphragm during Uddiyana Bandha. This dotted red line represents where your diaphragm would be during normal breathing. And this down here is your abs and abdominal wall. So like we already explained earlier, you will do a forceful exhalation, breathe all the air you can possibly breathe out of your lungs. At this point, you will close off your throat. Now what you have to do is relax your abdominal wall. Like we already explained before, your abdominals are going to hold your diaphragm down if there's any tension there. Then we will simulate an inhalation using your chest. Obviously no air will be able to come inside of our lungs because we've closed off our throat. This creates a negative pressure in our lungs, the same as what you would experience at depth. This negative pressure is going to pull your diaphragm up. The expansion of your chest and your rib cage is going to stretch your diaphragm out. So what it's going to feel quite similar to this stretch in your diaphragm. And the true value of Uddiyana is it allows us to stretch our diaphragm, get used to this feeling of negative pressure in our lungs, and train adaptation within our body for depth. To demonstrate this and give you an idea of how it looks in real life, I'm going to pass you on to Gus.
Hello, this is Gus. Now I'm going to show you how Uddiyana looks in real life. Then we're going to break it down step by step, so you have a better idea how to do it properly. And we're going to do a bit of troubleshooting, so discuss a few most commonly made mistakes. Uddiayana Bandha! Okay, so now I'm going to talk you through Uddiyana step by step, so we have a better idea how to do it properly. First thing what I would do, I would make a deep inhalation, yes. Next step, I would do active deep exhalation, followed with closing my glottis, yes. As soon as I close my glottis, I would try to relax my body and position myself into a neutral position, yes. And while keeping the glottis closed, being neutral, I would relax my belly, relax my abdominal muscles, yes, and start opening the chest to stretch my diaphragm. As a result, you see a nice lift of the diaphragm. But be aware, don't just release it. To let go of the Uddiayana Bandha is very important to make an active exhalation before doing an inhalation. During the active exhalation, the glottis is open and allows the air to come in a soft way. So therefore, it doesn't stress our heart that some people may be concerned about. So the most common mistake that I bump into while teaching freediving is that some of the freedivers, to perform Uddiyana, they would create a contraction of the lower abdominals instead of the relaxation. Yeah, so they're almost like tricking the exercise. Yes, so there is a movement, there is an opening of the chest gets open, yes, and the belly goes in, but it's not actually being sucked in, it's like being pushed in by the abdominal contraction. So now I'll demonstrate how the mistake Uddiayana Bandha looks like. Yes. Yes. So, and the problem with that is that what I just did, I just opened the chest and contracted the lower abdominals so much so that it seems like the belly is going inside. At the same time, all the abdominals are contracted and they would not allow the diaphragm to get a stretch that it has to get while we are going down doing our dives. So now I'm going to demonstrate another mistake that is being done by a freediver trying to perform Uddiayana Bandha. The mistake is being done because freediver will keep the contraction in abdominals, okay? And instead of opening the chest, he will open the back. Yes, and it looks like this, or probably like that, so you can have a better idea. So as you saw, I kept the contraction in abdominals instead of opening the chest. Did this movement, which is an opening of the back. It's not so common, but it happens.
Thanks, Gus, that was a great demonstration. I hope you guys got something out of this video. If you did, then please like, share and subscribe. And until next time, take it easy and dive safe.